Welcome back. Real Tough Talk. Stephen J and Ghost. Definitely want to go over the next game of the day. And that's going to be 99 versus Monarchs. Now, Monarchs is coming in at the number 2 seed, as 99 is coming in as the number 3. Monarchs was able to beat 99 in the regular season. But that was a little of a different game. They didn't have Shannon. They didn't have Twan. I don't think Ja was there. And they didn't really have the full 99 squad. This game is different because those players are there. Now, I think Monarchs has the defense in order to slow down this 99 attack because of the simple fact that Arberly is here and Malachi. Yeah. Guys in the secondary who are able to take away guys like Twan and Ja and Christian. So I think they got the defense to stop them. But the key about it is nobody can be able to stop the rushing attack of Shannon. They have to be able to contain Shannon and stop him from going back to that old style of running the ball. We've seen Shannon throw more this season, but I'm pretty sure he's going to come in with a different mindset this game.
I mean, this defense has a lot that they need to accomplish in this game because Shannon by himself can create a lot of options for himself and his offense. So Arberly, who is the captain of this defense, is here. He has to strategize and find a game plan for the defense to actually contain Shannon, but also keep him from throwing over the top. So it's a lot to ask, but Arberly has to be there to get these guys in the right mindset to be able to watch everything and to lock down on defense.
And if I'm 99 has an underrated defense. Mm-hmm. They didn't have the defensive numbers that they're usually used to having, but they still got a lot of talented guys, especially in that secondary. The key for them is to limit Mike's playmaking. Mike is not a quarterback that's able to really have a high attack.
Yeah.
They don't really have any receivers that you're really scared of. I think their best offensive player is actually one of their top defensive players, and I think that's Arberly.
Yeah.
He has the ability to play both sides of the ball, but he doesn't have the same breakaway speed as he had earlier in his career. Javon is a nice player, and you know he's looking forward to this game playing against his old team.
Yeah.
But their defense, led by Twan, having Ja, Jay, have guys that can slow down this Monarchs team who wasn't really known for being a top-notch offense. I think the defense is able to slow Mike down and not allow him to get into any type of rhythm, and they should be able to kind of make it more difficult against one of the lowest scoring offenses in the league.
But my thing is, the key to this game, I believe, is Mike. I think that Mike has to have a proper strategy to manipulate the defense the best he can. Take his time. Don't force any shots. Don't force any bad passes. Stay in the pocket. Draw the defense in by driving down the field slowly, and then you could probably be able to throw over the top. Mike has the arm to do it.
But we haven't seen him do that this season.
But he has to let it fly this game. I believe that this is the game when he has to show that he has the ability to throw the ball over the top. This is the game to do it.
All right, we're going to jump right into the game. After getting the first down, Shannon on forward rush runs in the gap all the way to the 25-yard line. Very dangerous guy on the run. Third down, but blocking by Book. Shannon throws the end in the middle, get him to the 5-yard line, and 40 gets flagged for cursing. 4th and goal. Shannon throws a stretch in the back of the hands with Court, but steps out of bounds before the catch. Turnover on downs. That's a great stop by the Monarchs. Tell me about the play. What do you think about the play right there?
Even though they got the cursing flag or whatever, they were kind of arguing with 40, but I don't think it hurts them that much because they were already within scoring range. So they got 3 yards.
They got a warning early.
Yes, the warning hurts. But this is not a team that normally gets flags like that, so I don't think they have to worry too much. And then on this play, Shannon just misses his target on this play right here. He kind of throws it a little bit too far out for Stretch to be able to catch it. He steps out before he's able to catch the ball. That's just a miscommunication. Stretch got to know where he's at on the field in order for him to make that play. That's unfortunate because that's a touchdown that they give away by not paying attention to where they are.
Second down, Michael forward rush runs in the gap for a decent gain. But if you look here, Mike misses Malachi who's opening the gap. Third down, Mike with blocking Mike. Mike throws deep to Malachi in the gap, knocked away by Twan. Monarchs is going to have to punt. I like that matchup. Mm-hmm. Twan is not the best cover guy in the world. Yeah. But because Mike is not a top-notch quarterback, his confidence level goes a little higher because he knows that
Mike has to put the ball in the perfect spot, which has not been in his DNA this season. So Twan is able to shut Malachi down, especially on this possession. Love the play. Monarchs is going to have to punt. First down, Shannon on 4 rush. Those deep to Christian on the sideline. Almost picked off by Malachi. That's another guy similar to Twan. He's good at moving around the safety position. I think he could cover a little better than Twan.
Yeah.
I think he has a little better reaction than Twan, but I don't think he has the speed and the jumping ability as Twan. But he's still a great safety. Definitely good play there. Second down, Shannon on 4 rush, runs towards the sideline for a nice gain. Third down, Shannon rolls right, runs into the gap on 4 rush, getting to the 8-yard line. This is the old Shannon. We've seen him run already 4 times. 3 to 4 times in 2 possessions. He is using his feet again. He's not looking to be a pocket passer. He's looking to be a runner.
Yeah.
He's going to use his best assets, and that's his feet. Great play by him with that run. 4th down, Shannon's blitzed by Mike. Shannon rolls right, throws a Twan, cutting in the back of the end zone. For the touchdown, 6-0. 99 takes the lead. Malachi never sees Twan cutting behind him. And this is all because Shannon is on the move. He is the most dangerous guy in football when he's on the move. And because of that, first of all, Mike had no shot of getting him.
Yeah.
Second of all, you can't say that Malachi is not looking at Shannon's scramble.
Yeah.
And because of that, Twan gets open behind him for the touchdown, 6-0.
And that is the way the offense to capitalize on that whole play. The thing about Shannon is he can draw the defense in and draw the focus on him because he can run and take off for a lot of yards and he gets to the end zone by himself. So when the defense respects that, he's able to get these receivers open because these defenders are focused on Shannon and not looking at the receivers that's cutting behind them. That's exactly what happens on this play, and Shannon's able to find him for the score.
First down, Mike throws to Javon in the gap drop. That's what I'm talking about with Javon. You're playing against your old team. It's time for you to show them what you can still do, and he has a big drop here. Third down, Mike throws to Arbery on the sideline, picked off by Ja, giving it right back to 99. If you look here, Ja baits Mike, and like I said, Mike is not the most experienced quarterback.
Yeah.
He gets caught like a fish on the line. That's an interception. Shannon is going to throw the Mac on the sideline for a decent gain. Third down, Shannon is blitzed by Mike, scramble, and is tagged for a short gain. That is the type of containment you got to have for Shannon. Great play there. 4th down, Shannon on 4 rush, throws a pop in the gap, tagged at the 10, turnover on downs. That is the defense you need. They didn't let Shannon scramble with his feet to get a big gain. They shut down his running attack, which kind of stalled this drive. Great defense by them there.
And all it takes is that one little hesitation when Shannon knows that he's being contained for them to have the extra second to step up on defense. That's exactly what happens. After they stopped him for the short run, Shannon's no longer looking to run. He's trying to make a pass. The defense is there to clog up the gaps, and they make a good stop here.
Second down, Mike rolls left on 4 rush, throws the Cash short, who runs for a decent gain. 4th down, Mike throws deep to Javon, who has a step on John in the gap. Caught over Ja for a big gain and a first down. This is what Javon needs to be. This is what Javon did when 99 got to the championship that first year and he was an all-star. This is a mismatch, and Javon knows it. He takes advantage of it. Mike sees the mismatch and trusts his receiver. Great trust by Mike, even though Javon dropped the pass earlier, and waited for Javon to make Mike look good, capitalize on the throw.
And a play like this, one thing I could say is I respect Ja as a defender because he is not scared to guard anybody on the field.
Correct.
The problem is, it don't matter when you have someone as tall as Javon going up for the ball. There's no chance for Ja to make any play on it because Mike puts it where only Javon can get it. That's a good play for them to keep the drive going.
First down, Mike is blitzed and sacked by Ghostface. Last play of the half, Mike throws it up, picked off by Twan with a nice block, and Twan runs it all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. 12-0. 99 takes the further lead as Monarchs gets the ball in the second half.
And you see what you just said. They get the ball in the second half. So they had this last toss-up play. If I was Cass, if I was them, I wouldn't go for this play. You're only losing 6-0, and you get the ball in the half. So why take this chance on a 99 team that has the ability to run back any interception that they possibly can get? They do that here, and I believe that sack by Jamal, by Ghostface, was a factor in that because they decided to take a shot from further back. It makes it harder for the offense to make any play. This was an ill-advised play that they decided to go for, and now they're down on a 2-score deficit instead of 1.5.
Twan does this better than anybody in the league. Sometimes you got to give a guy's props.
Yes.
He's the best in the league at finding the ball, intercepting the ball, and taking it back the other way. The guy does it in any league he plays with. Now, again, I don't think he's the great cover guy, but when it comes to zone, if you make a mistake, he's not only trying to intercept the ball, he's trying to score.
Yeah.
Great play by him there. 99 is in the driver's seat right now because Shannon went back to being Shannon. This guy is the one that won Offensive Player of the Year last year.
Yeah.
That's this guy, quarterback. Not that imposter we saw earlier in the season. Not the imposter that led the league in interceptions. No. This guy right here. This is must-see TV right here. This guy can make a play at every time. And the fact is, even his losses are gains because the defense automatically steps up. Now, because, like I say, he didn't do that this season, it's why Christian's not an all-star. Christian was the best at breaking his route when Shannon was on the move. But no here, no there. End of the day, this defense played great. This offense played great. Monarchs are in trouble.
And one thing I could say about the Monarchs, like I just said, they got to make better decisions in the game. Time management, strategy, all of that is important, especially in a playoff game. That's why, I could say that Mike, when he's under pressure, he is not the best quarterback out there. They have to find a way to protect him and keep him away from looking for the blitz all the time because that's what causes them to turn over the ball. And in terms of making a decision in the proper time in the game, that last down play, they didn't need that. Now they have to find a way to score quickly in the second half because they're in a 2-score deficit. That's on Cass. He has to make better decisions out there as their captain. Hopefully they can recover. They get the ball in the half. They have to score right away the best chances they get if they want to keep in this game.
All right, we're going to jump into the second half. Second half, Mike throws deep to Arbor in the gap, who makes a nice catch and runs it in the end zone for the touchdown. Greg gets an extra point. 12-7, Monarch score coming out the half. If you look here, Arberly cuts inside, beating Ja, and Mike finds for 6. Arberly is their best offensive player.
Yeah.
And we see Ja get beat against Mimi. So he makes mistakes because he takes wrong angles at times. Yeah. And this time Arberly made a pick.
And the thing about it is, one thing I gotta say is Mike let that ball fly, which is something I've been waiting for all season. Mike is too a conservative quarterback to make plays like this consistently. But when you see it, you go for it, and that's exactly what he does. If you're able to have the Mike that's able to let the ball fly the way he's doing in this game, they have an opportunity to come back in this game, but that's an impressive touchdown throw there.
Shannon throws a bop in the gap and runs for a nice gain, getting to the 25-yard line. Third down, Shannon with blocking from Bop, and Book runs in the middle, getting him to the 6-yard line. 4th and goal, Shannon on 4 rush, throws the air in the back end zone, high, incomplete, turnover on downs. That's when the red zone is where you can neutralize Shannon's running ability.
Yeah.
So he's not able to run here. Now, even though they was at the 6-yard line, they were able to close in space, you know what I mean? Shannon had to make a throw, and sometimes he struggles with his accuracy because that was open.
Yeah.
That was a bad throw. Great stop by the Monarchs. This is why they were the best defense in the league
and
this year.
And they have an opportunity to take the momentum back in this game. Their defense has been holding the best way they can. After that first drive where Shannon was running all over the field, it looks like they're stepping up and they're closing those gaps, and their defense is able to capitalize from that.
Third down, after 2 short passes, Mike is blitzed by Ghostface, steps up and throws to Arberly. Incomplete. Nobody's open. Monarchs has to punt. You got to capitalize on that defensive stop. Your defense is helping you the best they can. He doesn't, and they're able to make them punt. That is a great stand by 99 Problems.
And 99 steps up, right back, and stop this Monarch team from capitalizing off their defense. Their own defense is stepping up. They were criticized in the last game for lack of defense, but this defense that this 99 team is playing is a much better defense, a different defense that they've been playing towards the end of the season. If they play like this, they have opportunity to win, but it's all up to if their offense can keep control of the game.
After a short pass, Shannon is blitzed by Kaz. throws to Christian in the gap, almost picked off by 40, but collides with Malachi and the ball is dropped. These are the plays you have to make. We always say,
if you give up a play, the next play the offense takes advantage.
4th down, Shannon on 4 rush, runs in the middle, cuts outside, jumps into the end zone for the touchdown. 18-7, as Monarchs are going to challenge the play. Tell me what you think about it.
And they challenge this play because they believe that Shannon does not get across the plane before he gets tagged. So if you look at this play, they challenge on the field. I don't mind this challenge because, again, this is points on the board.
Yeah.
So if you look, Shannon cuts inside, he runs into the gaps, and he runs right towards the end zone, and then he dives into the end zone, reaching all the way out. He crosses the plane before the defense is able to tag him. That is a way to catch him off guard and jump into the end zone. Shannon using his feet and his brain to get across the plane for that big touchdown play.
The play is going to stand, like you said, 18-7, 99. During the throw-off, 99 goes onside. The ball bounces past Kaz, recovered by Christian, 99 ball.
And this is where you kill your game right here. Because I heard some of the Monarchs guys, I heard Bell, I believe, and I heard 40 calling out that the ball is live. Everybody said the ball is live. But Cass and the guys up front are not paying attention. They let the ball bounce right behind them, and all it takes is for 99 to tip the ball to themselves. That's exactly what they do. After Shannon has a big score, Monarchs needed this possession to stay alive in this game, and they give away the possession on the onside to give the ball right back to 99.
Ed, it's flagged for cursing. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Shannon with 2 runs in the gap for a nice game. 4th down, Shannon throws a cushion in the back of the end zone. High, incomplete, turnover on bounds. Monarchs gets the ball back, but they killed a lot of clock.
The whole point that they got the ball back in this possession was dangerous enough because that's clock being wasted by this whole 99 drive, and Shannon uses all 4 downs to run the clock. So now there's less time for Monarchs to score twice in this game. They have a little gap to try to come back, but they have to do something and do it quick.
After getting the 1st down, Mike, with blocking from Kaz, throws a 40 in the back of the end zone, short, picked off by Jay. Ending the game, 99 Problems with the win, 18-7. We're going to go to the interview with Shannon, then we're going to come back and wrap this one up. What's going on? Stephen J here with Shannon, quarterback of 99 Problems. Where they won, they just beat Monarchs 18-7.
You sound a little surprised by that.
You seem like you went back to the old Shannon and beat them with your feet first, arm second. What made you change your style this week?
I was forcing the ball too much, and I just wasn't playing my game. Like, my game is to run and throw the ball, but mostly run, Keep them honest. I was throwing too many passes. I was forcing too many balls this season. I threw like 9-10 picks, so it is what it is. I was just forcing it.
There was a lot of people talking about the stuff that you said about your defense. It kind of got a little discretion. What do you got to say to the comment about third string?
I mean, all the people that said it was the opponents that was playing against them, so they try to route it up. But if you see, my defense gave us 7 points in the playoffs, first round game. So I probably woke them up a little bit. You know what I mean? I probably got under their skin a little bit, made them want to play. You know what I mean?
So you're impressed with the way your defense played?
Impressed. They the one that won the game for me. They get the game back. Hey, to be honest, let me just clarify that. My third string I was talking about was Ed. Ed is not a defender. But for all you guys that didn't want me on defense, this is what you get.
All right, we're going to thank Shannon with the interview. He's in the Final Four next week. We're going to see what happens. See you next week. We're going to thank Shannon for the interview. 99 Problems with the win, 18-7. Tell me what you think about it.
Defense win this game ball, I believe. Yes, Shannon changed up his game, went back to his old style, running. And the key to that is not only is he putting the defense back up, but one thing that we don't talk about is that he's running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground. Correct. So that's another thing. You keep your defense off the field as much as possible. They are fresh and ready for their next drive. When you keep them on by Shannon forcing a lot of turnovers, you make your defense overwork, and that's why they start to make mistakes more often. So the fact that he's able to take his time in this game and run the ball, that gives his defense the better chance of defending us consistently. But their defense played the way that they need need to. They locked up. They closed the gaps. They made some interceptions. That huge play to run back was a key play to this game. Everything that they needed to do on defense, they were able to do in this game mostly, and that's why they come away with the win. I give the props to the defense here.
Shout to 99. 3 interceptions, 1 pick six.
Yes.
This defense, not in this season, the last 2 seasons, was top 3 in interceptions. And they went back to that.
Mm-hmm.
And their top playmakers had to make plays. You know, they finally had Mills healthy also, who played in the secondary. He's been hurt all season.
Mm-hmm.
Jay played, he's an all-star.
Yeah.
Twan, he's an all-star.
Yeah.
Ja, he's a former all-star.
Yeah.
So guys that you needed to make plays made plays.
Impressive interception by him, by the way,
Correct.
during this game.
And Shannon went back to the running style that he needed to go to. Monarchs offense let their defense down. You were only going to be able to slow down Shannon for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Especially going back to this. But when you throw 3 interceptions, I don't care that you have the best defense in the league. They can't help you. One of those cost a touchdown.
Yeah.
So the defense only gave up 2 touchdowns. Even though the offense put them in some terrible, terrible places on the field.
Yeah.
3rd down, they threw a pick to Ja. You know, that doesn't help your defense. And then, you know, they had another drive. Like I said, this one, right before they going into the half, the last play of the half, when you should just take a knee.
Yes. And the key, and one thing we got to mention is they were down 6-0 until he threw the interception run back. You take away that play, you go right into the half.
6-0.
Your
then you get the
defense
ball.
come back, you get the ball, and they scored on that next drive. They would have been in the lead 7-6.
Yes.
This would have been a completely different game. So decisions on plays like that matter, and I believe that they figuratively dropped the ball on that decision right there.
Monarchs offense did this all season. They were not a great offense. You know, their quarterback is who he is. Mike is he's a young quarterback, but their offense kind of hurt them this season. Put their defense in a bad position to win, especially when you have to put Arbery to go play more offense, Malachi to go play offense. You know, obviously you wasn't really going to shut Shannon's running game down. So, you know, I think the offense hurt them. Kaz runs this team. I think he has to be smarter than that than give a guy, especially knowing Twan is on that side.
Yeah.
I was told that they wanted to go in the back of the end zone, and Mike threw it in the front. Why even put that position out there when you get the ball back at half? Now, if you didn't get the ball back at half, you take a shot.
Yeah.
But you get the ball back at half. You just took the momentum away from you going into the half. So that's a big thing. And I think this team needs the draft pick is going to be important. Now, if you look at the screen, and this will be the screen up, you already saw what I think the first 2 draft picks should be. You know, I already told you that I think Travis should get drafted by Never Scared. And I think Prince Mo should be drafted by them Getters. With Monarchs getting the 3rd pick in the draft, there's 2 things you can do. You can draft a player or you can draft a quarterback. Or you could possibly draft a quarterback and trade him.
Yeah.
Get a little league fee from whoever wants him. Which, if I'm
That's
them,
a good option too, yeah.
if I'm them, I don't think they're going to do it.
Yeah.
But if I'm them and I'm the Monarchs, at this pick in the draft, I'm drafting Chuck. You draft the best quarterback of all time. And you ask, well, why you draft Chuck and not Corey? Good question. You draft Chuck, you're going to get Wes. You draft Chuck, you're going to get Cable Guy. You draft Chuck, you're going to get Pams. You do that, this whole team has changed. Cash should still be the captain of the team, but you got a coach now. You got a coach that is a great motivator. You have Mike, who is going to learn under the best quarterback of all time. Then you have Pams, who's going to help this defense get better. Pams is the guy that's going to bring confidence. So if I'm the Monarchs, I am drafting Chuck. And then you can also flip that pick.
Yeah.
How and why? Well, Don't Sleep right now is in the Final Four.
Yeah.
They're going to lose their quarterback at the end of the season. So if I'm them, I need a quarterback. So if I can get Chuck in a trade from Monarchs, I'll do it. So if I'm Monarchs, I get them to draft whoever's there left, good player, who I really want, and then I can still get whatever for my league fee. But if I'm them, my ultimate plan, I'm drafting Chuck at number 3.
But my thing, and understand that if you do that and try to flip him, you're still getting whatever player the other team that you're trying to trade him to is going to pick up.
Right.
You get that. You may even get some league fee or whatever on the top.
Right.
Whatever deal you're able to make to benefit you,
Right.
you can make, because the other team, you mentioned Don't Sleep, they need a quarterback because Casey's not going to be here.
Right.
And they're already going to the Final Four, so they're going to get a low pick anyway. There's
Right.
almost no chance they're going to get a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't
at
think
this
Chuck
time.
is going to fall that low.
So at the end of the day, you're getting 2 things for the price of 1. You're possibly getting some league fee,
Right.
and you get a star player that's going to help your
And
team.
that could be who? A Sal?
Yes.
Can you imagine Sal on this team?
I mean, I possibly can. And Sal is a humble player that's going to go out and do what he has to for his team to win. You know, he seems like that type that will do whatever he has to no matter where he goes.
And then we have rumors that, next season this league is going to take Tommy off of the ban list.
Yes.
You could draft Sal and see if Sal can get Tommy to come.
And that will, I'm not even going to go into how much chaos that can cause later on in that draft, but that'll make things interesting. And at least we'll tell you why in the future, but that'll be an interesting topic to talk about.
So what do you think about my pick, the 3rd pick? Do you agree with that pick of Chuck going to the Monarchs on that number 3 pick?
I see it happening, but not because they're trying to replace Mike. I don't see it happening because this is Mike's team.
But Mike can play again. He can throw in another league. He could throw in EHS. You could throw in another league with
Yeah.
Mike. You got Chuck, the greatest quarterback of all time, coming to your team. Now, then you got to go on the other side of the coin. You do get the greatest quarterback of all time, coming off of an injury.
Yeah.
Numbers with
Pretty
the
much-
worst numbers he had
Yeah.
in his career in UFL last season.
Pretty much he's in the Kevin Durant position right now. You
Well-
don't know how healthy he's
Well,
going to get
no,
coming
I'm
back.
looking at it as he's in the real Tom Brady right now. His numbers
That his-
decline. This is the worst numbers
Father
Tom Brady
Time.
ever had. This is the worst Chuck. The last season was the worst numbers Chuck had in UFL history. This season that just passed was the worst numbers that Tom Brady had in history.
Yeah.
Chuck is coming off of an injury. So those are all the stuff you have to put into it. But you have a blowout game, you could put Mike to finish the game. Mike can play defense. Mike can play offense. And you're learning under the greatest quarterback of all time. And it's all about Monarchs winning a chip.
Yeah.
So if I'm them, that's what I'm doing.
I mean, that's interesting. I don't know how far that's going to go because some people are just, they have that set mentality that they focus on doing what they got to do and that's it. So we'll see. If they do something interesting like that, there's so much to be talked about if that happens. It'll make things very interesting, to
All right,
say the least.
We're going to wrap this one up. 99 coming away with the win. Ending Monarch season 18-7. We're going to be right back.
5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yo,
what's up, Cash? Guess what? When I could have just called him.
All right, next game up, you're going to have UTF versus Rep City. Now, these teams met earlier in the season. UTF was able to win that game. But that's no here nor there when it comes to playoffs time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ramsey and his UTF offense, #1 in the league. 22 touchdown passes Ramsey got to 8 interceptions. Ramsey been able to put up points. But then it all comes down to what Ramsey you're going to see.
Yeah.
This defense, they're not really known for stopping people as far as points-wise. But they're top in interceptions and in sacks. So they do both very well. So they have the type of team defensively that can make plays. I think it remains a lot to be seen because of the fact that they do give up points. They give up points.
Yeah.
I think they were 7th in defense as far as scoring, giving up points. But they were top in sacks and interceptions. The problem with UTF bottom line is who's their leader. I had a lot of guys complain because Flo came back to the team to coach.
Yeah.
A lot of guys don't like his coaching style. A lot of guys said, they respect the fact that he yells and that's his game. But they don't think he has a reputation of winning chips in order for the teams to follow him 110%. Now, these are guys that told me that obviously don't want to put their name on, so I'm not going to put their name out there. But I don't think his style works with Ramsey.
Yeah.
I think Ramsey's a guy that you got to talk to and get him on your same page. I don't think the yelling scenario works well for him. So I think that's a disaster waiting to happen.
I'm gonna be brief on it, but I kind of agree with you that the coaching style of Flo may not mesh with Ramsey too much, but I think that more so the fact that Flo is coming in the playoffs or at the end of the season to coach when they already had a coaching strategy or a captain strategy from G and Frankie, kind of controlling the reins of the team throughout the season. And to have Flo come in there kind of possibly can throw everything off.
But he's been their coach before.
He has, but my thing is, he hasn't been there. So whatever direction they've already been going, it kind of gets thrown off when Flo comes in there. I'm not saying anything against Flo. It's just that when you have two different styles or different opinions coming in and clashing, that's a possible way to throw the team off. So on that can be an issue. I'm going to speak about Rep City, though, because we can't not talk about this game without talking about who's on the opposing side.
Correct.
Rep City, they have nothing to lose in this game.
Nothing.
They've been here before where, they were supposedly down and out. Teams are actually looking over them, saying that they're a team that they're going to just run through. But Rep City, like I said, has been there before. They have enough talent to surprise any team that they play. And it's all about what type of mentality they come out to play. They're an emotional team. We've said that before. If they come out hungry and ready to play, they communicate on defense, and they're able to protect Akon and get Akon to be comfortable in the pocket, I believe that they have a good shot at winning this game and catching this UTF team on by surprise.
I think what makes Rep City great is it's not all about the car. It's about the driver.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a Ferrari or you can have a Jaguar.
Yeah.
Regardless of what, fast car with horsepower that can move. Engines revving up, all that. Awesome car. But if your driver is a reckless driver, you're going to crash.
Mm-hmm.
That is not Akon. Akon has been in every position. He didn't seen everything. So nothing rattles him. This guy played against last year, grind time in the championship, down 2 touchdowns. Said, we're going to be fine. We're going to come back. And they came back to win that game. So when you have Akon as the driver, that makes this chaos calm. This is chaos with direction. This is chaos that knows where it's going. That's what makes this team dangerous.
Yeah.
Plus, we all know that UTF wants to get that #1 seed before they can face Rep City.
Yeah.
So, UTF felt comfortable playing the #4 seed, and I would too.
Yeah.
But you can't do that against Rep City.
Yeah.
They eliminated 99 when 99 was the number 1 seed. This team is very dangerous come playoff time. They don't worry about the regular season. They don't focus on the regular season. They play hard, but they know it all comes down to playoffs, and this is what this team is known for. So if you expect them to lie down and let you walk on them, you're playing the wrong team. We're going to jump into the game with Rep City getting the ball. Third down, Akon will block it from B-Dot. Throws deep to Test on the sideline, knocked away by Charles, incomplete. Charles is a great upcoming guy. Unfortunately, we don't got Rookie of the Year this year, but if we did, he would be it.
Yeah.
Love the way this guy played this season. Fourth down at the 45-yard line. Akon throws a route, open in the gap, off target, incomplete. Turnovers on downs. This UTF team able to stop Akon's first possession.
And they start off right away throwing this offense that hasn't looked that great this season, throwing them off and not giving them any momentum to move the ball. They come out strong on defense, and they have to do the same on offense here.
Second down, Ramsey throws the lows in the middle for a nice gain. Third down, Ramsey's blitzed by Meach, but it's blocked by Frankie. Ramsey throws the beat on the sideline, knocked away by Rel, incomplete. If you look here, all the receivers are on the same side. UTF have to punt. That is a great defensive stand by this Rep City team, but that's more the offense not really knowing where they're on the field, which means Ramsey didn't really call the play, and they're going to have to punt.
I don't like that play call. I don't know who called that play call. The thing about it is all the receivers are clustered on the same side. So all it takes is a few guys on defense to guard this whole space here. You're making their job easier by clustering all the receivers together. And because of that, the offense wasn't able to capitalize on that play, and the defense gets away with one there.
Third down, Akon throws a Meach in the gap for a decent gain, getting to the 30-yard line. Mimi is flagged for cursing, pushing him to the 45-yard line. That is a huge cursing flag on Mimi. He's been kind of pretty well this season when he did play, but that is a huge mistake by him. Fourth down, Akon is blitzed by Dirt. Akon just gets by him and throws a route in the gap for a decent gain, picking up the first down. That is a great play by Akon, playing control when chaos is coming, controlling it, not getting sacked, and able to get the first down.
And the thing about this, I got to speak about that last play. That third down play was the reason why they ended up getting the first down. Because even though Meach got that pass for a decent gain, it wasn't a big deal. They still had some yardage to go, but because Mimi gets flagged on that play, that gets him to the 45-yard line, and all Akon has to do is get some decent yardage to get the first down. That's exactly what he's able to do.
Second down after a short pass, Akon on 4 rushes, sacked by Pito. UTF sends 2, and they're eliminating Akon's ability to scramble and move by keeping 2, keeping them in the pocket. Pito comes with a sack. Pito been doing that all season. Rep City can't get any closer, and they're going to be forced to punt. UTF with the stop.
And Pito for this team has been playing terrific. Getting to the quarterback, finding ways to put pressure. Doesn't matter who that quarterback is. Pito finds a way to get some sacks, and that's why he's one of the tops in the league. Doing that all season, helping his defense here.
Ramsey with blocker from G. Throws to JP in the middle for a decent game. Third down, Ramsey with blocker from G. Throws deep to Charles, who has a step on Steve-O, caught, and runs into the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0 UTF. If you look here, Steve-O playing too close and gets beat. Charles has speed. Ramsey has arm. That equals 6 points. Touchdown.
First of all, put some respect on that man's name.
Yes, sir.
You got to pay attention to them. And the thing about it is, if you look on one side, you have, I believe, Meach. You see the corner here. I believe that's either Meach or Reem. Don't quote me. You can see it on the film here. You see him backing up and letting the receiver come to him and letting him be able to defend. Steve-O is too close to the line. It looks like he goes for a chuck, and Charles is able to beat him off the line, and he's able to run down the sideline. Steve-O's beat, and Ramsey, you do not give him that option because he's going to make that play, and they get the score here.
Second down after a short pass, Akon on 4 rush is sacked by Pito. Pito's second sack of the day. This guy is in playoff form. Great sack there. Akon with 2 passes in the gap for a decent game to pick up the first down. Then Akon on 4 rush runs on the sideline for a decent game. Nice block by B-Dot on Machine. That is a great game. Now, Machine has been just that this season, but B-Dot is a man amongst boys. Way to shut Machine down on that, giving Akon a nice run.
And that is the way that you give protection to Akon as he runs in the gap. First of all, you got to give Akon his props. He didn't get that. He didn't let that sack by Pito shake him up.
Right.
He keeps the drive going, finds the gaps, and on this one, he has a lead blocker in B-Dot, and they get closer to the end zone. That's a good play right there.
4th and goal, Akon finds Seamus in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, Mimi lets him go, and he's able to score 7-6. Mimi lets him go, and he's able to score. Rel gets the extra point, 7-6. Rep City, Sheamus has been another good weapon.
Yes.
This guy made the all-star team. Great play by them. Akon finds.
And he's another candidate that would have been up there for Rookie of the Year.
agree.
His first season, coming away being one of their most consistent offensive players for this team. And he's able to get into the end zone. But I believe that impressive drive by Akon, staying cool and collected, and taking what the defense is giving them and more, is able to get them into the end zone for a score here.
Second down with blocker from G. Ramsey scrambles, throws deep to Mimi in the middle, tip, picked off by Rel, giving the ball back to Rep City. They're not able to capitalize, so it's going to take us into half, 7-6. But if you look here, JP wide open for the first down. Ramsey doing the exact thing that's on the back of his shirt, being a gunslinger, throws it to Mimi, who was double covered, and it gets picked off.
And I believe this is when you start connecting with a guy a little bit too much, and you start favoring him, and the defense knows it. So they leak off of JP, leave him open short. They're saying, you can have that, but go ahead and try to throw a pass to Mimi. Ramsey takes the bait, and he goes for it, even though there's two defenders there. Mimi is not able to come down with it, and Rel is able to pick it off. This is, like you said, gunslinger. This is Ramsey that takes chances. But why take a chance when you have JP in the gap who can run for some extra yardage and keep the drive alive for you to be able to score in the half? Ramsey takes a shot here, takes a chance. He gambled wrong, and that ends the drive. That ends the half with Rep City up 1 point.
Terrible play by Ramsey. And I played with my man Shaq. And one thing I've hated about Shaq, who would do it, didn't do it as much as Ramsey did.
Yeah.
He's done it. Shaq was the type of quarterback that sees you open, but looks for more. Ramsey career is made off of that.
Yeah.
He looks guys off because Ramsey is all or nothing. He's a gambler. Unfortunately, he loses a lot of the time. You take what the defense gives you. They know what you did with Mimi versus 99. They're not going to let you do it against us. I know you're trying to get Mimi in the game. If you want to get Mimi a pass, throw him a screen. Throw him a short dump off. Get him to feel the football. But forcing it into coverage when you had JP, a known weapon in the slot, open, is foolish by you. Now, UTF defense has been playing well. But we can't sleep against this Rep City team. They're confident, they're an emotional team, and any opportunity we give them, they're going to take. We got to find a way to capitalize on our passing game, especially with the gunslinger. We just can't force the ball. We're down 1, but we have the best offense in the league. We could turn it around.
If you look at Rep City, you look at a team that is putting all into this game. One thing you got to say is their defense is playing really well. If you look at the score, this is the best. This is arguably the best offense in the league. Are they the best offense in the league? I thought so. It doesn't look like they're in this game, and that's because this Rep City defense is putting pressure on Ramsey, baiting him to throw certain passes, getting interceptions, locking up the gaps. Everything that they're supposed to do, they are doing, and that is one of the main reasons why they're up by 1 point. But you got to give also a shout-out to Akon, who's staying in control of the game. He got sacked twice, but it looks like he's anticipating getting sacked. He'd rather get sacked than force plays. That's why he's able to eventually score towards the half, and that is why they're up by 1 point here.
After getting the first down, Ramsey with blocking runs in the gap for a decent gain. Third down, Ramsey's blitzed by Meach, who's blocked by G. Ramsey throws the lows in the gap, incomplete. Nobody's looking for a pass. The offense looks like they're unsure of where they're supposed to be. That's incomplete. Fourth down, Ramsey throws on 4 rush. The ball is tipped by Rel, but caught by Charles in the end zone for the touchdown. Charles' second touchdown of the day. They missed the extra point, but it's 12-7. They get back into the game. Great play by Charles, bailing his quarterback out.
And this, I would say, listen, Rel was there. He puts his hand on it. He makes a good defensive play. I would have rather want to come down with the interception so you don't give this offense an opportunity to get the tip. Unfortunately, he's not able to do that, and Charles is at the right place at the right time getting his second touchdown of the day. This man is doing whatever he has to keep this team in the game, and he gets them the lead with that catch right there.
Akon with blocker from B-Dot throws a test on the sideline, just past Machine, and runs for a nice gain in the first down. Akon is playing so cool, collective, and his playmakers are making plays, and Tess is having a good game so far.
Yes.
Definitely finds him there. Akon on 4 rush, throws deep to Tess, wide open in the end zone for the touchdown. They go up 13-12. Rep City.
No communication on defense. And I'm going to say why. If you look at Charles at the other side of the safety, he's backing up, guarding this receiver here. So you see, he's out to play. You see Machine, you see Mimi in the gaps right in the middle right here. Mimi is the safety, Machine is the linebacker. Tess breaks away from Machine at the linebacker. No communication between him and Mimi. So because of that, Tess gets behind Mimi by the time Mimi's able to...
But if you look real quick, not to cut you off, look at Pig.
Yes.
Now, if you look where Pig is at, that guy is a cushion.
Yes.
Mimi's supposed to be telling Pig to pick up this right here so he can go back with Tess. But Mimi steps up.
Yes. Rather than let Pig get him, because you would rather give up the short than to give up this big play right here. Mimi was supposed to slide over. Mimi was supposed to tell Pig to slide over. Instead, he goes to pick up this man here. Tess has nobody to guard him. Machine is not able to point him out. So because of that, nobody's there to guard Tess, and he's left to sail right into the end zone. And the funny thing is, Akon knows that he got to pass, because as soon as he throws it with the swagger, he turns around, knowing that he has it with the fist pump, and that is a definite touchdown. When Tess just got a big play before, nobody guards him this time, and Rep City has the lead right back in the game.
And that's on Mimi. That's Mimi's fault. Do you know the vibe? The vibe's a touchdown.
Yes.
That's the vibe. He didn't pay attention. He didn't play this play well. He got a 15-yard penalty earlier. He has a quarterback trying to force him the ball. It's all going downhill, and it's not looking good. 13-12, Rep City. After getting the first down, Ramsey throws a Ralphie in the gap. That's going to be dropped. Second down, Ramsey throws a Mimi in the middle. High, incomplete. But if you look here, Los is open on the sideline. Ramsey missed him. Third down with blocker from Frankie. Ramsey throws deep to Charles. One-on-one with D-Boy. Charles jumps for it, but it's dropped. UTF has to punt. If you look here, Los is open in the gap. That was a terrible drive by the complete offense. Not just the quarterback, not just the receivers, both.
Yes, because there was a few drop passes on this drive. We didn't show the first one, but Ralphie dropped two passes, one on the sideline and this one in the gap. A routine pass he drops. This pass by Charles he drops. This was a harder pass because there was a lot of contact on the play, but he's been catching everything else. Why not catch this one? Unfortunately, he's not able to come down with it, but Ramsey is missing a lot of open targets.
Look at his second down. Los is open. And then look at his third down. Los is open.
Yes. So Ramsey, I don't know if it's because he's looking for more or he's not seeing Los. He must be the invisible man, because Ramsey's not able to find him on this drive and then force the punt there.
13-12, Rep City gets the ball back. Akon with 2 passes in the gap for a nice game. Fourth down, Akon on 4 rush, throws a Meech in the gap, who gets past Mimi for a decent gain in the first down. Mimi's having a horrible game.
Yes.
Horrible game. They're attacking him. They're going after him. He's not giving anything offensively. He's not looking good today. Akon with 2 short passes for a decent gain, running the clock. Then on 4th down, Akon throws it up into the end zone, incomplete. Turnover on downs. UCF defense helps them again and gets this offensive ball back.
It was a little shaky early in the drive, but they were able to come together and make the stop eventually and getting the offense back on the field. They still have a shot. The fact that they were able to hold them no matter what gives them a shot, but this defense does step up towards the end of the drive, and they're able to make a key stop for this game.
UTF gets the ball back. Quick stop by their defense. Second down, Ramsey on 4 rush, throws a Mimi on the sideline, picked off by Meech, ending the game. Rep City comes away with the win. If you look here, Kenny is wide open in the middle. And Ramsey throws a pick to end the game, 13-12. If you look here, look at Dirt and Flo.
Yeah.
And this has been the game all day. Dirt is mad because Flo has been arguing, yelling at the guys all game. It didn't look like it worked, and they got each other's face. There's no blows. These guys are basically brothers, but you can see the frustration coming out, and that's once again lack of leadership.
Yeah, but my thing is, if you look at this play here, Ramsey, this is the classic bait play by Meach, who's been playing very well this season. We always talk about him
picked up towards the end of the season.
Yes, we always talk about him being inconsistent, but when it counts and when his name is called, he steps up and makes some big plays. I've seen him do this a couple times this season. He's a former Defensive Player of the Year for a reason.
Correct.
And you test him, and Meach comes away and he passes that test by getting this interception here.
Right.
But the fact that Kenny couldn't be any more open on this play because he had some running lane afterwards. This is a first down and some, but it doesn't look like Ramsey sees him at all. He's focused on Mimi yet again, and because of that, the defense knows it, Meach knows it, and they come away with the win with that interception, and this is yet another upset in this playoff week. What a way for Rep City to play hard. Their defense played really well. They kind of shook up a couple times, but they come away with this win. You got to give credit to this defense and this whole team. They played hard, and they showed that records don't matter. Regular season don't always matter. When the playoffs come, it's a completely different season, a different atmosphere. You got to take this team seriously. UTF did not, and they're going home right now.
We're going to go to interview real quick. We got Akon, Meach, and D-Boy, and then we got Ramsey and Pito. We're going to go to both of those interviews. We're going to come back. What's going on? Stephen J. Real Tough Talk here with Rep City, the number 4 seed, and they just bumped the number 1 UTF. Akon, you seem never did get out of rhythm, even when you got stopped. How you able to be so calm?
I don't know, man. Just stay the course. You know what I mean? I don't know.
How did you feel about watching your defense be able to shut Ramsey down? Ramsey's dangerous, and the key fact is they took Mimi out of the game. We seen what Mimi did last week against 99. What do you think was the strategy coming in to shut him out the game?
Just make sure Ramsey don't go deep, man. Defense stood together, play strong.
Big question. How it feels to know you're going against your brother to go to the chip? You're going against Shannon.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good, man.
Mr. D-Boy, let me talk to you real quick. You said all season, when my guys are together, we could beat anybody. How the hell were you so confident in this team?
Easy. I play with these guys every week, bro. I know what's up. I know what the vibe is, my man. I talk for a reason. But nah, big ups. We had a game plan this week. We was going to set the tone early, and honest to God, 2 touchdowns, and we said we was going to win this game. Look at the score.
What happens when you try to boom us? It's our boom. We come with the boom.
Meach. Let's get this, let's call this facts. You were the laughing stock of the league. The only win y'all got was on a forfeit, and now you're 1 game from going to a championship. How do you feel right now?
I just want to say payback is a They eliminated us last well, a couple of years ago. They eliminated us a few years ago when we was the number 1 seed.
Correct.
Now payback. And I told you all year we was gonna do all that bullshit during the season, and then when playoffs come, it's time to clock in. It's time, you know the vibes. It's weapon time.
Yeah, enjoying the win, but you got 99 next week. Whole different team. What is the mindset coming into that game?
They got 99 problems, and we one of them. That's right. We one of them.
Nah, shout out. It's going to be fun. It's going to be
a movie.
Let's see if we can get Shannon out his game again.
Definitely one of them.
We seen Shannon begin to go out of his game when they first played Rep City. We seen it carry on to the playoffs. And who does he play to go to the championship? Rep City. Gonna have to see what happens. We're gonna see that next week.
Hey, rep and get the stepping.
What's going on? Stephen J. Real Tough Talk here with some guys from UTF. Appreciate them taking an interview after a big loss. Ramsey, what happened today? Look at your numbers. I think you threw 2 interceptions. What happened? What were they able to do that kind of mixed you up today?
They just moved around pretty well. You know, they played great defense. They were taking away what I was looking at, and I didn't have my best stuff. And hey, they played better.
Last week you killed with Mimi. This year I don't even think you got a pass. What happened this week? We seen you go through the same thing with Lou. When Lou won MVP, we played against 99 and they shut him down. Now you played against Rep City with a number 1 receiver, Mimi, and they shut him down. What are these teams able to do that you think that turns you off?
Well, they definitely had their eyes on him, so I can't really feed them like that. So all credit goes to the defense. They took away the things I wanted to do and made me do stuff I'm not saying not comfortable, but they made me try harder, and they got the best of me today.
Tell me what happened on the last drive. The last drive, defense just made a stop. You had opportunity to get the ball back, and you threw a crucial pick. What happened on that last drive?
I don't want to make any excuses, but I did have a little slip. I didn't have as much air on the ball as I wanted. But amazing play from Meach. Like, I didn't even see him. He came from the linebacker position.
He was already creeping. He was already creeping. He saw what Ramsey was looking for, and he jumped the route.
Shout out to Meach. He's a great player, great defender. He's one of the best blitzers, and he's also a great, in coverage guy.
Vito, what happened with the defense today? Y'all usually just shut him down. Akon seemed to be able to move the ball. Plus, well, answer that first.
I mean, I think Akon just made some good throws today. I mean, we kind of had him contained. I got 2 sacks on him. I think somebody else got a sack. We didn't really let him. We didn't let him run around too much. I think he had one big run the whole game. You know what I'm saying? But he made some big throws to some open receivers, and they made more plays than we did.
Tell me from the inside. A lot of guys on the side said that Flo shouldn't have been coaching y'all. I would say as usual, y'all coach, but people said that it wasn't consistently this season. Seemed to do a little switching at the wrong time. What would you say to that?
I would say that he's a great coach. He just don't know how to express himself in the right manner. Everything he says is right. He's watching the field. He's watching everything that goes on. And just the way he comes across, it doesn't resonate with everybody. But certain people that got tough skin can take it. You know what I'm saying? You can hear him right now screaming. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
What would you say about Pito?
I would say Flo's a great coach. Flo's been our coach for as long as I can remember, since UTF. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We a little dysfunctional at times, but we play great together, and we're just gonna keep riding out. We're just gonna keep riding out.
Rams, is there something with this team that I can never get over the hump? Y'all always get there, and y'all never could get over the hump to get in the chip. This year, y'all got the best record. You wanted to bet the lot for you can get Rep City. You got the team that you wanted.
He fucking played the whole season. He played like what, 2 games?
Played 3 games.
3 games. I mean, he came to bowl. You know what I'm saying? I mean, defense they did get a great job. You know what I mean? They knew what Ramsey was looking for. They knew that last week he was bombs away. And they took that away from him, and he wasn't looking underneath. It is what it is.
Is it time to change up certain things you do that teams already know? Listen, 22 touchdowns is 22 touchdowns, but your interceptions was 8. The only one that threw more was Shannon. Do you think you got to kind of calm down with the turnovers? Is it something you got to do going back to the drawing board?
Yeah, I always try to calm down the turnovers. That's the last thing I want to do. But in football, anything can happen. A tip pass here, it gets picked off. Like today, we were fortunate. The ball got tipped, and we caught a touchdown.
Correct.
That was huge for us. I was saying better lucky than good in this situation. But, you don't want to turn the ball over, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes I take chances. Sometimes I throw a 50-50 ball. It could be a touchdown. It could be picked. Anything. I'm not going to stop playing my game. I know guys are going to yell at me, but when it comes out to be a touchdown, they're celebrating. Oh, Rams with a great throw. So
I'm going to say, the main thing I'm going to say is, before we wrap it up, Ramsey's a gunslinger. He's a Brett Favre touch football. So the same things that make you cry don't make you laugh. He's going to come out and make a shot. So this is what he does. I think he's I'm not going to comment on that. We're going to wrap this up. We stay on the side. Appreciate y'all taking the interview.
Ramsey's our guy, man. Regardless of the turnovers, regardless of what happens, that's our guy. That's our quarterback, man.
Listen,
that's
I'm gonna be honest with you. Lou had phenomenal numbers. His turnovers is less. We really didn't see him, but I'm still gonna have my brother as an MVP.
5 touchdowns in 3 games. Nobody's done it before.
Like and subscribe.
11 straight possessions with a touchdown? Come on.
I'm just going to say good luck with that.
Thank you. We're going to see y'all next week. Hopefully we'll have Ramsey throwing in an all-star game. We see what happens. Oh, I'm talking to the GM. Oh, we're going to hopefully see Ramsey in all-star game. See you guys next week. Thank those guys for the interview. Go over both things real quick.
Yeah.
Rep City is first. D-Boy said it. They're #1 seed killer. They did it twice already.
Yeah.
They knew that they had an opportunity. They just had to get in the playoffs, and they needed their quarterback. And he was there. Like I said, Akon steers this ship. He keeps them calm, cool, and collective. He makes sure that They don't get rallied. They don't get rattled. They know the game is in striking distance when he's here. That is a cause for a very dangerous team. D-Boy been saying it. We saw Rel that we said when Rel shows up and attempts to be dominant, he is. And he made a few plays. He didn't make a lot of plays, but he was in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Meech played excellent. Them two guys are a crazy 1-2 punch. B-Dot with great blocks giving Akon time.
Yeah.
Sheamus with a touchdown. These guys played ball. Congrats to them. They're going to the next round. UTF. Well, you can see what happened with Flo and Dirt arguing. There's no leadership. There's no captain. There's no general. And there's nothing but chaos. So now you go to the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Who's perfect for chaos? You need somebody that's used to chaos.
Mm-hmm.
You need somebody that can control chaos. And by saying that, I think, me, personally, I didn't get this from nobody. This is what I'm doing because this is what I would do if I'm in the draft. I think it's time to end the Ramsey project.
Mm.
And I think UTF should draft Corey, YMM quarterback, who's played amongst chaos already, who's won championships with a team that's amongst chaos. UTF is a quarterback away, and Ramsey's not the quarterback.
Mm.
Because there's too much chaos going on. Ramsey's not able to do his job. He's going to make mistakes. That's his game.
Yeah.
But anytime you make a mistake in his arguments and his yelling, not going to work.
Yeah.
It's time for Ramsey to get out of there. And I see, I like it because Corey's going to be. Now, the only thing is you're going to have a crowded backfield.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you're going to, whoever Corey goes, he's going to bring the other G.
Yeah.
So now you're going to have G, Frankie, and the other G. It's too many blockers. One of them ain't going to be happy. And I think the odd man out is going to be Frankie. So you might see Frankie possibly on the move if that happens. I mean, you can't go to a 3-man line. It can happen.
Yeah.
Because they all can go out to catch the ball. Now, Frankie and G catches the ball a little better than MG.
Yeah.
So they can maybe go to the tight ends. It can happen.
I mean, I see.
But
the possible.
And then let me finish up, and then you can say what you think.
Okay.
I think it could work. And then what I see, and then you say, well, then what happens to Ramsey? Ramsey goes to don't sleep.
Mm.
Because they're going to need a quarterback. And the both quarterbacks in the draft, I have gone. So you need a quarterback. Can you imagine if this don't sleep passing attack can upgrade from KC to Ramsey, a guy that can make any throw on the field?
Yeah.
How guys like Mach, how guys like Aha, how guys like Benny is going to love to have that. And the further out you could spread them, the more Joel has room to dance. The more Happy has room to dance.
Yeah.
That's the key. So if I am UTF, I am drafting Corey because the chaos is not going to bother him. Charles shows he's a great weapon. Los is another weapon. And you never know. You may go get a Brandon for Corey. I think UCF should draft Corey as the number 5th pick in the draft.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, my thing is, I understand where you're coming from in terms of the whole thing with Ramsey. And yes, it's been a few seasons he played with UTF this league that they haven't really gone past, I believe, the second round. They always come up short. I can't always say it's always Ramsey's fault.
It's not. I agree.
I can't say that. Yes, he kind of makes his own mistakes as well, but I'm not going to outright say that it's his own fault, and that's it. They kind of put a lot of the blame on Ramsey, but they don't always look in the mirror. I'm talking about UTF.
I agree.
So, at the end of the day, me personally, it's unfair to just say, we're going to scrap Ramsey and go with somebody else. Because my thing is, you scrap Ramsey and go with somebody else, you make some of the same mistakes, you have that same turmoil. Maybe the person who comes in doesn't fit with your team because your guys are, too many captains, too many.
Ramsey's Corey's a MVP.
Yes, right.
MVP.
But my thing is, But let's not forget that Ramsey threw 22 touchdowns this season.
Okay.
22. That's one of the tops. We haven't seen 22 touchdowns in a long time in this league. And Ramsey was able to do that.
Well, Corey threw that last year.
Yes. We haven't seen that since Corey last year.
Okay.
Ramsey has those numbers on that level. So he's played very well. He's on his way to possibly win Offensive Player of the Year. He's up there, and he's on his way for MVP. So he has opportunity to win either or. And you're taking that away from him, saying that, oh, we're going to scrap it like he was a bum this whole season? I can't say that. Because at the end of the day, who knows if Corey comes and still has to deal with the same problems with UTF, with people yelling all over the place.
Okay.
Just because he was able to handle YMM doesn't mean that he's going to be able to handle UTF. He's played with YMM long enough. UTF is a different animal. So just because Corey may come, he's cool, collective, doesn't mean that he's going to be able to handle that all the same. So I don't know. They should go with what's already worked. That's what's already worked for them with Ramsey. Let him play his game and bring somebody else that can, help, give him an extra target out there. Because he hasn't had, look at what he's been forcing it to in this one playoff game. Mimi. Who else does he have to force it downfield? Kenny? He's been okay, but he's not somebody I'm going to worry about all the time. So I believe that you need somebody else, a consistent weapon that Ramsey can throw to stretch the field that will give him a comfortable position to throw to, But I don't see them just throwing him away and saying, oh, my God, they should get rid of him.
Who they draft? Who you think they should draft?
Depending on who's left, I believe.
I just gave you the guys that I think I already got. Travis gone. We agreed on Prince Mo, Kenny, Chuck, and I say, who are you going? So you're not going after Corey. Who are you going after?
That will help them regardless of where you put him. Is Rico of YMM. I believe that that's another pick that you can get. Why? Because he is a good weapon. Inside the 5, he is a killer there. You know he's an inside the 5 killer. So he's a surefire there. So give Ramsey the ability to throw short. So that's one weapon that you get. He also can play linebacker and strengthen your defense. So he's another person that can play defense as well. And not only that, he's a leader who can keep control on the field. Because Rico's a guy who gets respect on the field.
Okay.
He's a guy that knows how to keep control of guys on the field. So you don't need somebody shouting on the sideline. Rico has been there to control the team before. So he can do that. And you can bring guys with you like Brandon, who is also another weapon that you can use on offense. It doesn't hurt to bring Brandon there.
Well, you put Brandon with Ramsey.
Yes. And that's another guy that he's going to be able to give to inside the lines,
and
inside the gaps.
And he can stretch the field.
So many options you could get. Yes, you say that they are a good offense, but they are a good offense because Ramsey played terrific for this UTF team. So to give more options for this team, that's only a plus. And to have a two-way player like Rico that can also control the team, that is a benefit more than anything else, in my opinion.
So are you drafting Sal or Rico? Which one?
I believe that I would favor Rico more than Sal, but Sal is not a bad pick as well. I believe that you need to give Ramsey an opportunity to, flourish on his team because he's been playing very consistent. The only thing is, they need somebody to help design plays with Ramsey. If you leave him to that but on his own, I think that sometimes he has some hiccups. But if you have somebody like Rico who's also offensive-minded to give some ideas for Ramsey to, break up the downfield play a little bit, I believe that makes the offense that much stronger.
I still think you go with Corey. But the Rico thing, I do like it because Ramsey, the one thing he's going to be him.
Yeah.
But he's going to respect the guy who's played with two of the best of all time in Chuck and Corey.
Yes.
So that's only going to make him better. Mm-hmm. Now, you bring if Rico can bring Brandon over there, Brandon is going to have the best time he ever had because Ramsey never had a receiver like Brandon before.
Yeah.
So if you give him a Brandon.
And one thing about Brandon is he plays the more you give him he
Correct.
plays well the more you give him the ball.
Right.
He is a volume player. So the more you give him the ball, the more dangerous he is.
And Rico's going to bring a swagger that UTF need. And instead of, I know we said Akon was more like the captain of the ship in order to guide and be control of the chaos. Rico is going to steer the chaos.
Yeah.
Rico's going to not stop them from being who they are. He's going to take them to the next level with it, but he's just going to show them how to win with it. So that's a good idea. I still think they should go with Corey. I think they need a quarterback that can be used to throwing in all this chaos and turmoil. He hasn't had a problem throwing it.
Yeah.
I think you go with Corey.
I think there's too much chaos for you to bring a new quarterback in to deal with the same thing. I think you stick with what you have and just give him some better options out there and somebody that can control the field.
All right, we're going to wrap this one up real quick. We're going to give you the matchups of the Final Four next week while we speed through it. You're going to have 99 Problems versus Rep City. Tell me what you see there. Give me a score real quick, and let's wrap that one up.
The fact that you have Shannon playing against his brother in
football, Akon.
In Akon, who they won championships together, but now both of them are facing each other at
both
quarterback.
at quarterbacks. Never.
Yes.
I don't think they ever did that before.
So this is a defining moment to see who is better at running the helm of the team at quarterback, Shannon or Akon. That is going to be a great matchup.
And what you got? Score and why, real quick.
This 99 team come away with the win. Close game. I see them win in 2014.
2014, 99.
I see 99, even though they're going to have Akon giving in the ball. In the regular season, I saw Akon helping his team contain Shannon on the defense, and I see him trying to do the same at the ball giver. But I don't believe Akon, was he the ball giver when they were doing?
No, he was a linebacker. But
yes.
This, because of the A rule, he could only play the ball giver position.
So I think that's going to be enough of an edge for Shannon to be able to break away, because him at the linebacker, he's able to come away at any given angle and contain Shannon. When he's at the giver,
straight ahead.
Shannon can go straight ahead, make one move, and pass right by Akon and be out off to the races. And I believe that difference is enough for Shannon to draw the defense in and give Shannon opportunity to go over the top. And I believe that's how they're going to get the edge to win.
All right, last one. Don't Sleep versus Grind Time.
Don't Sleep versus Grind Time. Listen, this is a tough thing I could say, but I think I see Grind Time coming away with a win. But it's going to be similar to the game that they had against them Getters. I see them winning the game at least either 7-6 or 8-6. I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring game.
Now, you got them dogs in the secondary.
Yes.
For
Don't Sleep.
Yes. And Mike, and Eha, and Benny, and even in Maine. They got some dogs out there that could slow down, lose passing attack. And the fact that White is out and Yomi is out, and we don't know if Bo's going to be there, that's going to slow him down a little bit, that passing attack.
And I see them adjusting every now and then to have Joel giving in the ball so that he could put pressure on
he led the team in sacks.
So I believe them switching him back every now and then, probably most throughout the game, to put pressure on Lou. And I think that's going to be a difference maker for Grind Time, but I think that Lou is going to be protected enough with E-Rock and with Mike, enough for him to get the edge to get the win 7-6.
Yeah, and you got Lou got some speed.
Yes.
Ant been having a great season. Shy, if Shy comes as Shy, what we saw in the last game of the season, 5 touchdowns, he's definitely
Shy can't be shy, and Shy can't be shy in this game.
Correct.
So at the end of the day, as long as Lou has the time, I believe that he's going to be able to get it to these guys, Anthony, to Shah, to Rico, to Kaka. All of these guys are going to be big factors if Lou has time in the pocket. But I believe that Mike and E-Rock is going to give him that much of an edge to get him over the hump.
I'm going to love to see it because Don't Sleep led the league in sacks.
Yes.
Happy and Joel are coming.
Yes.
So we're going to have to see how that goes. We're going to wrap this one up. We're going to hopefully, you'll see on Sunday, probably on Sunday, maybe Monday, a clip of the award, the award guys up there for awards. We'll do the nominees. I'm sorry. We're going to throw that together. We're still going through the process of getting all the stuff. All the guys have been named to the All-Star team. Please remember to bring your $10 to the All-Star game. We're going to let you know the date and the time. Bring your $10. If you play or not, you will not get your shirt and your hat. It's about $25 for the set, and we're giving it to the players for $10.
Yes.
So make sure you turn your money in. Let's get that started.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make an announcement right quick before we wrap this up. I am going to be coaching the West this year. Mm-hmm. It's time to go the other way.
Yeah,
Tupac style. Tupac style. Mm-hmm. And my man, rest in peace, Kobe. I'm going to rep that guy. We're going to be in the West. and we will be wearing the number 24 in the Western Conference because Kobe last year he played was in the West 24. So I'm going to have my man Tone, one of the greatest coaches of all time for Super Friends, coaching with me, and we're looking to do damage.
And, to have the opposing side, we're going to have the number 8, but it's going to be relevant on the East because a lot of people may not know that Kobe, when he first got into the league, he was drafted by Charlotte Hornets,
right?
Which he had the number 8 for, and that's why we're repping the number 8. He got traded, but that was his number when he first came into the league.
Right, so we're going to do 8.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
So the 8 is going to be
And that's shout to my man Lou from Blackout. This was his idea. Appreciate it.
So, that's what we're going to do. But we also going to have greatest coach of all time, Pam's coaching for the East. So we're trying to come away with the win anyway. And we have another guest coach probably going to be a field general as well in Ricky of Never Scared.
Oh, word. You're doing that.
That's going to help coach and maybe give the quarterback some protection on the block. So we have a lot that we getting from Ricky. We trying to win regardless of what East, West, you trying to go flip-flopping or whatever. Flip-flopping like how you do it with your NFL teams and who you choose to root for and everything. So you could stay on the West, but you still going to get that L anyway. We coming away with this win, the East.
The next show, when we be doing the Final Four game, we will tell you what's the bet, wager for the All-Star game, and we'll talk about that then. So we're gonna wrap it up. First of all, we're gonna thank all the teams that was here. Unfortunately, got eliminated. Them Getters, Never Scared, PME, Monarchs, and UTF. Thank those guys for being with us this season. We seen them guys in the All-Star game, the guys that made it. Like I said, $10 for each player to get your shirt and your hat. It's really a $25 set, but make sure you get that to me as soon as possible. We're going to wrap this up. On behalf of Real Tough Talk, I'm Stephen J. My partner Ghost. We're going to see y'all next week as we tell y'all who's going to the UFL Championship. We're out here.